Well, hey YouTube, Whiskey 3 Charlie Tango W3CT, your good old friend Jack. Back up here once again today in the Jack Shack. You know, guys, that last video I recently released on it was called 10 bands for one wire. Got a lot of interesting comments on that and some interesting concerns. And then I had a question recently from a G90 owner that I also wanted to clarify in this video. So let's get started with all that right after this. Okay guys, so I don't have all the comments in front of me and I probably should do that. But some of the comments, one guy in particular I just read here recently, and it was interesting. Maybe it was said nicely. He said that you can, if you have a good external tuner, you can tune a keg of beer and use that to transmit around the world. I want to try that one day. I think that sounds very interesting. So, but I did give that comment a thumbs up anyway. I don't think it was a negative comment by any means. So some of the other comments were, well, a random wire antenna is just no good. There's too much loss and it just doesn't work well. Okay, well, maybe that's the case. But wonder if maybe that's all you can afford at the time, right? You could either build yourself a 9-to-1 Unknown, they're pretty easy to make, or you could buy one pretty easily. Just buy one for, like I said, $30 and put a random length of wire on there. And I showed you the random lengths there on the last video. But, it's comments like that, and not everybody can afford to buy a commercial antenna. That's just the way life is, right? Times are tough anyway for everything and everywhere you look. And if you're a new ham and you just want to get on the air, such as the G90, the new G90 owner. So the G90 owner says, hey, I just got my radio. It was just delivered, his radio and the battery, and he's ready to go. But he doesn't have an antenna. So I pointed him back to the video of a 10-band, one-wire antenna. Now, the wire I put up, and it's also funny when people watch these videos, and I probably am guilty of it also. A lot of people said, well, Jack, 71 feet, that's not really long enough for 160. You're going to get a lot of loss, and it's not going to work well. And you're right, but you didn't watch the second half of the video. The second half, I extended the wire out to 143 feet, and is now 30 to 35 feet in the air. And the Unknown is also 35 feet in the air. And it works a lot better. So, but what I'm saying I'm guilty of is I might skim through a video too, or, people watch the first half or the first 5 minutes and they comment, but they don't watch what happened afterwards. So, and that's one thing I want to stress on these videos. I may change something in between, and I think I even I don't know if I put chapter markers in there or not. Anyway, let's get on to today's main topic here. So today's main topic is, one, that the gentleman said the 9-to-1 random wire, a 9-to-1 Unknown with a random wire length of wire is a junk antenna. It's garbage and there's a lot of loss. That is true. There is some loss, but there's also a lot of transmitting power, okay? It does function. They do work. A lot of people run random wire antennas. Just as many probably, or not more, than people that run end-fed half waves. What I like about a random wire antenna is it gives you more band coverage. Just all you have to have is a tuner. Now, if you don't have a tuner, I get that. Okay, if you don't have a tuner, you can also, you're using an end-fed half wave. But like my end-fed half wave, guys, for my antenna, I love it. It works great. But it's only on bands 10, 15, 20, and 40. I tried to tune it to 180, it won't work. I tried to tune it to 80 meters, it won't work. Because it's got and I believe it's a 49-to-1 Unknown or Balun in there. So anyway, so it's cut for specific frequencies. Okay, the random wire is not. So I do like the random wire for the ease and the simplicity. Now, a lot of people don't like the random wire because it's not resonant, right? You have to have a tuner to tune it. And I got a lot of comments about that too. Jack, a tuner is just tricking the radio. I know this. That's what it does. It tricks the radio in believing that there's a solid match between the two. But if you're getting a good match, yeah, are you losing power? Sure, you're probably losing something somewhere. But it at least allows the radio to transmit. All right, but today what I want to do is we're going to hook that random wire antenna up that is still up in there. I didn't take it down yet because it's really cold out there. It has to come down. It's on one of my test ropes, and I only needed it for the 160-meter contest. So I'm going to take it down, but what I'm going to do here today is I'm going to hook that up to the G90. The 10-meter contest is going on right now. I'm going to see if we can make some contacts with 10 meters around the world, see if we can get anything with it, with the random wire, just to prove, does it work or doesn't it? So let's go ahead. I'm going to hook it up here. I'll get the G90 tuned up, and I'm going to bring it up on the air and see if we can't make some contacts today. All right, and let's go ahead and get started with that. Okay, guys, first of all, if you're not familiar with the G90, okay, I have to get a macro lens for this camera. That's my next thing to look for. But anyway, to see what the SWR is first, just do an SWR sweep, okay? So that's the power, okay? So if you hold the power button down, that's going to give you an SWR sweep, okay? Now if you look right there, you're looking at, it says a 1.0 at 27 megahertz. So what we're going to do here is hit exit and just hit your tune button. Hold it. Okay. Then check your sweep one more time. Okay, guys, that's the random wire antenna with a 9-to-1 unknown. See that? Perfectly flat. All right, let's get out of there. Look at the bands already. Can you see that? All right. All right. Now, I have been working some of this contest, and my log is actually on the other radio, or on the other computer. So, what I'm going to try to do is do some paper copy here just to see if we can make some contacts. And we'll see how that goes. All right, so let's see. This guy here should be in Italy. Okay, so he has, it was a 599 and 520 was my number. First contact, let me see if you can see my finger. First contact with the G90 and a random wire antenna up in the tree, okay? This radio does have a good CW filter in it. Hear all that, how it's overlapping everything? If you push the button one time on your lower knob, you can actually filter out a lot of stuff from the sides, okay? II4M. There you go. There's a station, another station in Italy. $599,564. Yeah, I don't love this key. It's not bad for POTA. I don't think he has me. Nope. He's in Colorado. Okay, Colorado, right from Pennsylvania. Pretty good on a random wire. Arizona. Okay. I may play a little bit more, but I think you got the idea, okay? Let's wrap this video up. Okay, guys, so in looking at that brief little, you heard a couple calls. I didn't put them all in there. Italy, Puerto Rico, Vermont, and Arizona. Just a few, just in that short amount of time that I worked on the 10-meter band. But so does it prove that a random wire antenna works? We know it works, okay? So could there be losses? Maybe. But again, if you need a simple antenna to throw up to work, even with whatever radio you're working with, 10 meters will tune fine on the ICOM 7300. I know that because I've done it. The very low bands, 80 meters and 160, the ICOM 7300 doesn't like it. And I know somebody said in the comments, you can lower the power. You can put it in emergency mode, and it will tune it. It will tune above 3. But use an external tuner at that point. I think it works a lot better, okay? Is the G90 a good radio? Absolutely. The G90 is a fine radio. So many people say the G90 is not a good starting radio. Guys, when you get into this hobby, don't go out and spend $300,000, or I'm sorry, $3,000 or $4,000 for a radio. You know, I got back into it for 20 years, and I knew I wanted something modern, so I did buy the ICOM 7300, which I still love. It works great. I don't know if I'm going to upgrade to the new radio yet or not. Still thinking about that. I want to hear some reviews before I maybe make that purchase. But what it did was it lowered the value of the 7300s, so they're going to be hard to sell off anyway. So I would probably keep that as a backup, or maybe use it for a POTA radio or something. I don't know. All right, but thanks for watching this video. As I said, I never know what I'm going to record until I record it, but I hope it's interesting. This video is going to be titled, it's a runoff of the other video of putting the random wire up. So this video is going to be focused on the random wire and the height, 30 to 35 feet with the unknown, okay? So we'll title something about higher unknown, or, you know, whatever. Well, I'll figure that out later. But guys, thank you so much for watching this video. This is Whiskey 3 Charlie Tango, W3CT, your good old friend Jack, up here in the Jack Shack. Guys, thank you for watching. If you're not subscribed, why not? I got so many people that watch these videos, and you're not subscribed to the videos. Click that subscribe button. I would truly appreciate keeping you around here. You know, I try to record something interesting. It's usually based around, again, either radios or antennas, mostly antenna builds. I love doing those, and I love testing them out. So anyway, and if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up, and I will talk to you next time. Take care, and hope to catch you on the airways. Bye for now, everybody.